What you're about to see is the secret to making your posture more optimal, because what we want to do is use all the strength we're gaining from working out and weight training and then help ourselves become more flexible. We find that we need mobility. So here's the secret, okay? You take something like this as a yoga block or even a rolled up towel would do, and you place it between your thighs. And that can help you get a feeling of what I'm about to describe. You squeeze your feet and shins toward the center. It looks like this, with the arches of your feet lifted. And now you feel the strength of your inner thighs. Using that strength, you can roll your pelvis into a slight anterior tilt. The reason I want you to do this is because from sitting, many of us develop a posture where our shoulders round and our hips go forward. So this helps you get a feeling of what it would be like if you had a plumb line intersecting your hip, knee, and ankle, and that was more straight. Then up here, some of us need to tip our rib cage a little bit and pull our neck back because we have developed a forward head. And then we externally rotate with our shoulder muscles, and this is the unbreakable, better posture from which you can gain things like the flexibility to hinge at your hips, or what most of you I think want to learn is how to squat down and lift up and then even hold like a barbell like this. See how you need that curve. So if your posture has drifted here, you can use something that you can feel to squeeze into and roll back and then grow your spine up and broaden your shoulders. And this is my optimal posture when I'm working on my practice or my lifting, and this is the kind that I hang out. So watch these guys and see how we've applied it to them. Hey, welcome everybody. We're here today with some of my friends. I'm going to show you what can happen if you do a little mobility training along with your strength training. Great things can happen. This is my buddy Alec. His birthday is soon and he'll be 69. So, you know, he's kind of an amazing person. This is his natural posture when he's not working on it with what he's learned from mobility training. Watch what changes when he does a few things. He takes the top of his thighs back. He lifts the back of his rib cage up a little bit this way, and then he pulls his throat back and broadens his shoulders. See now, this is getting towards more, let's do even more lift, a little bit of lift here, and then the shoulders back. This is an unbreakable posture, and that's what we're working on. Now let's go back to your relaxed everyday posture. When he's not thinking about it, I can put a little weight on him and sort of break him in half. And we'll show you later what Alec can do at almost 69. Thank you so much. This is our friend Scott, and he's like 2? Yeah, something like that. This is Scott's relaxed posture when he's not thinking about it. Is that really when you're not thinking about it? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And most of us have this where the shoulders are a little bit round, the head goes forward, and the thighs are a little bit forward, so the hip joint is in front of the ankle joint. Watch how he changes it based on what he practices. He takes the thighs back. He knows how to lift the back of the rib cage up a little bit, and then that stacks the pelvis and the rib cage for better core strength. And he broadens his shoulders and pulls his throat back and looks just straight out at the horizon.
You are stacked.
And becomes unbreakable. This will relieve back pain, hip problems, and help you open your shoulders more. We'll show you what Scott can do a little bit later. Thanks so much. This is our friend Daniel. He is 65-ish, right?
Yeah, in a month.
And he is really strong. This guy can bang out like 100 push-ups at a go. When I first met him, I noticed that he was really stiff in the lower back, and so this would be his natural posture. And if I give him the test here, he'll break a little bit, even though he can do 100 push-ups. Okay, so we're learning how to change this by taking the thighs back, go ahead, and then the back of the ribs lifts, and the shoulders broaden, and the throat goes back, and then relax your arms. And you can see now a little bit better, less breakable posture. That was a lot of weight. So a strong guy gets more flexibility and more strength, actually. Thank you so much. Hey, this is the newest member of our group. This is Bernard. you say you're gonna be 72?
In March.
In
yes.
March. Okay, so he's been with us like only 3 lessons so far, and we're gonna show you what he's learning about his posture. So do your normal relaxed stance. It's typical, you know, the thighs drift forward, the shoulders around, the head is forward. Everybody, men and women, they're all the same. And when I put a little pressure on this posture, it breaks really easily. But what has he learned in only 3 lessons is to take your feet forward, thighs back. See, that gives you more of a glute development. And then strong abdominals, rise up, shoulders broad, throat back. And then I push, he is way stronger and a little bit more flexible in only 3 lessons.
Yes, and one I want to say is that it's the first time that I do anything like exercises and things like that. And what I like about your lesson, Desiree, is that you take us where we are. And the important thing is not to do the exercises, is to do the muscle exercises, not the
Not the whole thing.
not the whole thing.
yeah.
You know, it's working on us, not
Working on your body.
but not in performing
Yeah.
the thing.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody. All right, this is my husband, Andrew, and he is 63. And if he is not paying attention, he's been practicing a long time with the yoga, and he's a lifelong athlete, but he'll drift into a posture and walk with his feet slightly turned out, like all of us, where the pelvis will go forward and his head will go forward because, of course, like all of us, his work is online. So when he wants to be in his most optimal posture, he'll take his thighs back more, which this is the thing that makes the lumbar curve more prominent, which gives you more access to freedom in your shoulders. And then he has the broad shoulders, and he pulls the throat back, and then he is unbreakable. He is a rock. And we'll show you a little bit later what Andrew can do. So I hope that this will pique your interest in adding mobility training to your strength training routines. Thanks so much.